Welcome back, everybody, to another fun-filled episode of D&D Scorched Earth. This is actually the same session as the last episode, so for us it's been probably half an hour. For the rest of you guys, it's been a week. So,
Sweet Jesus, half an hour?
I don't know. We
That
took a
was 10
break.
minutes.
I don't remember when. I don't know when things happen.
I saw a
Alright.
video and it said like 7 minutes.
Oh,
Just
I don't know.
waiting.
We've been waiting. 'cause
Anyways,
I was hungry. And so, basically what happened in the last episode, the party was banished from the mountain kingdom of Slodia, and now they're on the, barren surface world, and they just killed a band of orcs and let one of them go.
orcs.
Goblins. So, yeah. And everyone's currently at a little pond refilling their water.
Except for me.
So what is everyone doing once everyone except for Dropbox has their water filled?
So while we fill up our water, I will look at my new companions. So, what did you get banished for, if I may ask? So,
Oh, now you decide to talk. We've been in prison for a whole week and now you decide to ask. Glad you are.
up until now, I didn't know that I would be spending more time with you.
I
Durgent
don't-
just flatly states my beliefs.
Oh, some ideas different from others, I assume.
Most certainly, yes.
Anyway, I got in prison from stealing from the Emperor himself. I'm proud to say the reason I did that for was to provide for my family of 8 brothers and sisters and my 2 poor parents. Mine's been dry of mole rats for quite a while. No one's been paying for the execution of those filthy vermin or the selling of their meat and bones. Tough industry.
Durgent first frowns when you say you stole from the Emperor himself, but then that frown fades away after you explain why.
Anyway, that's my reason. If you're willing to express your own, I am willing to.
I assume they just didn't like what I am.
I know that feeling.
I look over at our last companion. And you?
I would say that I am in here for murder.
Durgent just immediately frowns.
Care to
I'm not a
explain?
big fan of what I did, but
Experiment
I
gone wrong,
have to
I would
do it.
assume.
I was in
Assume
a
that you're a man of
spot.
magic.
I was in a spot with a former friend of mine, a ally, if you will. But this ally turned to be not an ally. I
Lily.
murdered one of their minions.
Lily, do I have to roll deception for my statement?
Yes, you do. Durgent and Timble, give me an insight roll.
Insight.
I'm not beating.
What about
I
outside?
literally cannot.
Now with that attitude,
Also-
give me an insight.
Oh, I can. I can.
I-
Advantage or disadvantage? There's just
Uh,
normal roll.
Just normal roll.
I would still look like a teenager, right?
7.
Not like an adult.
So, yeah. As far as you can tell, Nar's telling the truth.
Yeah, I literally can't beat that roll.
Yeah.
I have zero bonus on insight.
I have a +5 bonus on deception and a charisma.
Do I know much
16.
about drow elves?
Well, considering one was your mentor, yes.
I'm
True.
tired.
I would.
If you want to
uh,
look up any specific information, or try and remember any specific information, I'd ask for a history roll.
Okay.
What are you trying to uncover?
I'm trying to uncover how old Nar is,
Okay.
or maybe what the age range could be.
Alright. Well, you could just tell by looking at him. He looks like he's about a teenager.
Yes, but drow elves.
Oh, so you want to know
Don't
what,
they-
like, number he is.
Yeah, number. Like, it would be normal for a drow elf to look younger than they actually are, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you would know
Yes,
that.
we age very slowly.
So give
Why don't
me...
you ask?
So... he's probably... greater than... I'd say... greater than 80, less than 100.
Understood.
So he's in his late teens. You could tell that.
So
much.
I walk up to Nar, kind of do a sniff, and look in his general direction, and then buzz around to the other side, and say, and then go back to whatever I was doing, twiddling my thumbs, trying to check if my staff is in order, and
I'm going to try and find out what he was trying to do here.
Give me an insight roll.
12.
What are you trying to do, Good Fox?
I was just trying to look like I was doing something with purpose.
So you were just trying... You weren't doing anything. You were just trying to look like you were doing something?
Weird out, everyone.
Yeah.
I roll
Is
my
that a
eyes
colo-
at that.
Yeah, Nara,
have the
you
same
get the impression
cologne
he
as
was
me?
trying too hard.
Yes, do you have the same cologne as me? Exactly.
We've been in prison for a week. We don't have cologne.
Hey, the prison
cologne
smells like
is-
Prison
piss.
musk.
The cologne is
Prison smells
called
like piss.
going a week without bathing or washing yourself.
Yeah.
The new,
Probably smells like
I was gonna say the new
sweat
product.
and disgustingness.
I was gonna say the new product from Axe, but that's just normal Axe.
Actually, considering that we went a week without washing ourselves, I again look at my companions. How about we take turns to clean ourselves up, and the rest makes sure that we don't get ambushed.
Well, I don't mind a group skinny dipping.
Sergeant just pulls out his great axe. I will watch.
That's
Wait,
not
Do we
creepy.
even have anything to watch? Oh wait, never mind. We don't know of soap yet. We're in D&D times. There's no such soap.
Yes, soap was a thing back then.
You don't have any, but it was a thing.
Oh well. Well,
Alright.
better get this. Just wash it off with normal water.
Yep.
Alright, so who's all washing?
I definitely am.
Timble will wash.
And if anyone looks over at me disrobing, they would see scars.
Wait.
Is anyone going to look at
Now
the
thinking
person
about
who's-
it, as a ranger, I wouldn't bathe in the wilderness because then that would expose my natural musk.
Durgent is busy
It would-
watching
it
for
would-
danger.
It would get rid of your scent, actually. I think.
I mean, I thought I could mask my scent with the wilderness, but then again, what do I know about hunting? I'm just an indoor person who doesn't know anything.
Put yourself in
Cannonball.
gear.
Durgent
Ask
has
yourself about
scales.
your
He doesn't sweat.
I would say Grotbox probably jumps in the pool with all clothes on.
Alright.
I would assume a lizard literally has no way of sweating. Thus, I don't smell.
Yeah, actually you don't.
But lizards do smell. I mean, I own a bearded dragon at home, and it's. I mean, but then again, it's only when he takes a crap.
Yeah, that's not
True.
the same.
All right, so yeah, Timble is disrobing and jumping into the waters
All right.
just for a quick 5 minutes, like a quick 3-5 minutes.
I'm
At
not
most, my
jumping
breath
into the...
probably smells like animal breath.
I'm not going in too deep. I'm going waist deep and start washing myself.
All right. Waist deep is about as deep as it goes.
Oh.
It's a pretty shallow
So-
pond.
For Timble, that's a bit deeper.
Timble's
yeah,
up to
Timble,
his
that is enough to...
Timble's up to his chin. Timble has to like keep his head up as he walks.
Do I have to roll?
No. It's
Thank
awkward.
goodness.
As long as you're not trying to do anything else, you can maintain that.
I stand about a head over most of these people.
Most.
tall
How
are all of
tall
you?
are you?
I am.
He's a dragon.
Let me
boy.
look again.
That's your answer.
I'm 5'4".
7 feet.
Okay.
Oh, lucky you. I think my idea for Dropbox was like tall and thin and slightly young looking. So
How,
a human would be around 6'2", I'd say.
So yeah, I am the tallest, most imposing. This pond would probably go, I don't know, somewhere like hip height.
This pond would not cover the important bits for you.
Yeah, it
comes
would
to your
not.
knees. So yeah, everyone can see Durgent's bearded dragon.
That sweaty lizard dick.
Thankfully, not sweaty because lizards
Not
don't
sweaty.
sweat.
We already went over this. Okay.
Yeah.
And besides, Durgent isn't bathing anyways.
Is anyone at this party into dudes?
Yes, actually.
Anyone
Do
who's
what?
into dudes, anyone in this party who is into dudes, make a wisdom check to avoid staring.
At whom?
Oh, damn you.
The giant naked lizard man.
Durgent is
Yes!
naked.
Durgent is not naked.
Oh, okay, never
And
mind.
I would say
He's literally watching
Donna's
for
character,
danger.
Nara, is naked.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you do have to avoid not looking at Nar. Which
Yeah,
you do.
this is a whole team. This is a whole team of dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All dudes. So
All
you
dudes,
avoid
all the
manage
time.
to not look at Nar. You also managed not to look at Timble.
The gnome? I
Yeah.
don't want to look at the gnome.
Well, granted,
Which means
Even
you
if I did,
also...
I
can't-
wouldn't care.
with
The
how
gnome
deep
is submerged.
Like,
you wouldn't see much, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
right.
Ma, you would just see that his back is covered in scars from multiple whippings.
Well, he wouldn't be able to tell where they came from.
Scars from getting whipped are very,
Excuse me for not knowing much about
Distinguishable.
whips.
Durgent is too busy looking out for danger to look at Narsvin's scars.
So
alright,
everyone's
so after,
shit, I'm trying to get pity points.
well, I'm nice and clean. Nice and clean. And after that, I'm actually going to start. I'm gonna actually start looking around. I'm gonna start walking around for seeing if there's anything to. Wait a minute. Sorry. I'm actually going to go ahead and crack open one of my rations that I have for the night.
crack open a cold one.
Crack open a cold one with the boys.
With
Yeah.
the boys.
All right,
Cracking
so
open the rations with the boys.
it is actually pretty dark out right now.
Isn't there
Okay,
no
so-
sun or some shit?
No, it's just dark. It's nighttime. You can see the stars. I would assume.
you can
unless
see
it's
a
cloudy.
you can see a rather hazy moon. The sky's like red. It's like orange right now. No, it's a very dark red.
I just realized I have nothing to eat.
Me too.
Goblin head.
I am trying to make myself pass as someone
This is the first time we all had to do teamwork.
Yum.
You're a paladin. Why are you suggesting your friend was with the cannibals?
Well, I guess when people see me like taking out my rations,
Yeah, they would.
would they all look hungry-eyed? Would they have to roll for something?
the gnome.
Eat the gnome.
What would we
Yeah.
have to roll for to?
Besides, goblins aren't human. I don't care
Alright,
for them.
I guess I would offer.
Understanding.
I guess after cracking open one mind, I'd realized how rude I'm being. Anyone else care for some rations?
I would not be opposed to that.
So how many rations do you have? How many days rations?
After the one I've eaten, I now have 9.
All right, so it's 1 day's worth of rations per person. So if you give one to everyone, you'll have 6 days worth of rations.
Okay, might as well.
All right.
Thank you.
So you guys gotta.
Durgent nods and
So you're all just
goes
sitting
into his food.
in the grass by the pond eating.
Yep.
How romantic.
Yeah.
If we had a nice
I
warm
watch,
fire.
I stand watch.
I think we have not introduced ourselves to each other yet.
Well, might as well get used to it since we're enjoying a nice meal by the nice little picnic. Family used to have one by the cliff. Never mind.
Narisvin.
My name is Durgent. Durgent Amar.
Well, my name is Timble Hemmywink. Nice to meet your acquaintance.
Durgent smiles at that name.
My name Jeff.
And my name is Dr. Jeffrey Gropbox. Doctor unincluded. I'm not a real doctor. I lost my doctorate after I took a box of Depends from an old lady and wore it on my head
This
and
is.
said, "Now I am the box of Depends king. I am the king of Depends."
That's how I lost my medical license. All right, well then. I'm learning more and more about my players every day.
Anyways, back to seriousness.
After
I do
having eaten,
believe-
I would inspect the 2 scimitars that I got for both rust and for how good the blades are.
They were pretty rusty scimitars. I mean, evidently they could still do some damage. But,
Oh yeah, I've felt that.
yeah. But they've evidently seen a lot of use. Though they still have a lot of use left in them as well. So.
A little beaten up, but otherwise good.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose that we might as well get some rest. I would be willing to take the first watch.
Even though we have a giant man holding an axe taking a watch right now.
Well, I don't need to sleep much.
Okay, suit
Let
yourself.
me rephrase that. I don't sleep.
Technically.
Well,
Wait,
You
do
say so?
dragonborns have tails?
yeah, I would
me
say
check.
so.
I think so.
Well, they're part dragon after all. I'd say they have like some form of tail.
If not, I should have a tail because tails are sweet.
Yeah, tails are dope.
Wait, that means you can make a tail attack too. If that's in your sheet.
Let me check. Yes, Dragonborn do have tails.
Sweet.
It's like, it's like you just can't realize after taking the bath, wow, I have a tail!
Yeah. After
This
what?
is a magical pond!
After what? 20 years? Whoa!
This is a tail! This whole
Whoa.
time I thought it was my long schlong.
Man, that explains a lot, actually. What? Oh, his eyes just widened in horror. Oh no!
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and So yeah, Timble's gonna go ahead and take out his bedroll and go to bed. Wait. So actually, before I do, I want to just take out the roll and say, is there a planned time about when we take off? mean, where do we go to from here? We've just been abandoned by the only place we knew to call home. Some people were glad to call it home, some people opposed to it. So where should we go
Also-
now? The world's our oyster, the surface.
We will have to find a place to go, but who would be willing to take the second shift? At some point I should get a little bit of rest.
Durgent just kind of shuffles.
Well, I guess I could try and try to enjoy the forest while I can. So just wake me up in about, What time do you think would be reasonable for you?
I would suggest that I wake you up after. What would be a long rest for everybody else?
8 hours.
And a short
8
rest?
hours.
30 minutes.
Okay, so the
Max.
nah, then I will give everybody a long rest before. That's not good either. I will wake you up after 6 hours.
Sounds good to me.
So, everyone does their turn? Everyone sleeps?
Yeah, Lily, I'm sending you a message, by the way.
Durgent just kind of curls up like a cat and sleeps.
Aw, that's adorable. But, the night passes without event. Actually, Donna, I kind of like having stuff like that described out loud so people just know what's happening, so... To do that thing, give me sleight of hand.
Okay.
3 sleight of hand checks. I'll assume you do this once you got everyone to sleep.
At advantage because they're asleep and can't, or
That depends. How is everyone keeping their stuff on their person? Nara's trying to look through your stuff, basically.
yeah.
Durgent's axe is just holstered on him.
I'm
like-
basically trying to get all of you to get to know all of you better while you're asleep.
Okay,
Of course,
so
doing it
basically
the only
my
way
bad.
in, the only way in Rogue knows how.
Lily, can I do the other two at advantage, considering the others are asleep?
Well, this is just to make sure you don't wake them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, no.
Fuck you.
Durgent just has most of his belongings strapped to his armor.
Oh, those are some high rolls. Wow.
Nice.
I have a +5 for sleight of hand.
Yeah, but still,
Alright.
even without that, there's a 19, an 11, and a 12.
So
Okay.
let's see. My person would be base. Let's see. My bag would be like kind of rest like a few feet away from where my head is.
So, first of all, what does he find in Durgent's bag?
A
Anything?
torch,
Anything that's
Wha-
like would reveal anything about your character?
an insignia of his rank from his time as a soldier in the whatever kingdom name it was,
Slodia.
Slodia.
Anything
deck
that
of
hints to your
cards.
beliefs?
Well, there is one thing around his neck.
It's an Is it an insignia?
Enigmia.
The thing around his neck is his holy amulet.
All right. Did you specify? Does it specify that it's okay? If you care to examine the amulet, you can give me a religion check. You have no idea what that amulet means.
Yeah. Well, it's not exactly a god. It's not exactly a deity that is well known amongst the drow elves, I guess.
And it's not one that you probably would have learned in Slodia.
Yeah, considering
Because
you were
it's a
vested.
forbidden god.
Considering you were locked away for it, yes.
Yeah, considering that it is a forbidden god that they probably don't want you to know about,
I know.
yeah, you probably know nothing.
I know I'm not usually a sadistic GM, but I really wish it would have rolled a one.
Yeah, me too, because then you could have said that we worship the same god or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I would have done, and it would have been amazing.
Yes.
So what?
But on the other hand, I'm happy that that I didn't roll a 1 because like that I can deceive the viewers a bit longer about who I actually worship and what is actually my cause.
Yep. Well, to be honest, when you're a rogue, there's like 3 causes you have.
Discrimination. I could be reformed.
Arsony.
So what does Nar find in Timble's bag that could indicate to his character?
Well,
he'd find the metal.
Yeah, you find the metal for the lot. It'd be like kind of like a little around, like it'd be like saying, metal for largest kill.
Yeah.
And it'd be dating like some years ago, probably somewhere around like 10 years ago. That's probably how old it is. And there's probably just like a hunting trap and you can probably notice the staff that's beside of the bag. That's about it. Unless you want to take account for short bows. In fact, which I have 2. If you're willing to take 1.
No, I'm not stealing from you guys. I just want to get to know you better.
Okay.
And what does he find in Grotbox's bag? Good fucks.
Probably a sickle. And nothing else. Because he has his book and his staff right
I like to imagine
cuddling up
right
beside
like
it.
he's
Yeah, I like
Does-
to.
holding.
Does he
the-
have
the
clothes,
sickle.
at least?
He holds the staff like he's a pole dancer on a pole or something like.
I was gonna
like
say it's
that.
like his teddy bear, but okay.
It's like his teddy bear, yeah. And
That's
his
how the
book
book
is
is held.
even worse. His book is probably stuffed in his shirt or something because he's scared of everyone stealing his secrets.
Is it listed that you have clothes?
No.
You don't need him.
You
Don't need him.
I just have chainmail.
So you were
All right.
running around naked all the time now.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
assume
chainmail,
you have
though.
one change of clothes along with your armor. And that one change of clothes was currently what you wore while you cannonballed
Yeah.
into a pond.
Yeah.
So you have a pair of soaking wet clothes and chainmail.
Yep.
Nice. So
White
Nara,
t-shirts
that's about
only.
That's about what you find on all your friends.
Well, for the rest of the night, I just will stay vigilant.
All right, and the rest of the night for everyone else passes without event, as all
And
your
eventually, I will wake up Timble for him to take the second shift and sit down, crossing my legs, and go into meditation.
yeah, everyone.
But before you do so, I'm going to offer my bedroll to you.
But
then again, it's a small bedroll.
Also, I just realized, why do I have a bedroll?
Probably to use as like a body bag. Improv body bag.
That is an idea, or I guess sitting down, legs crossed, if I ever get really badly injured, is very uncomfortable, so...
Yeah. All right, we can just. I don't want to spend like a half hour determining how everyone sleeps. Because like we're a half hour in. What you guys have done has jumped into a river, eaten food, and slept.
Yep.
Well,
Bonding.
And went through everybody's stuff to make sure
Yeah.
that I'm not...
welcome to Dorks of the Round Table. The same people who took 10 minutes to knock down a piece of wood on a cave.
Also, another thing that you probably would have noticed in Durgent's collection is a bent helmet visor. It's basically a piece of trash, at least to you.
Well, again, I'm not taking anything, and I wouldn't throw anything away just to harm you. So I'm keeping my hands off now. I just wanted to make sure that I'm not walking around with a murderous maniac.
Yeah, what?
I'm just saying that in case you wish to bring it up at any point.
Speaking of murderous maniac, what's with the goblin head? Where's that?
Good.
Well, Jeffrey also wears a graded sun visor of his own design over his eyes constantly. Even though
Something like that would be very useful for me, especially
that-
once it's daytime.
I just call sun visors mom hats.
Not that kind of sun visor. It's like
Oh.
it's like all metal,
Uh-huh.
and it is specifically tailored to his head.
Oh, nice.
Not dented at all. Not shiny though. It's like graded at the front. It's like a modified helmet, basically.
Ah, nice. All right, so the night passes without event. Everyone does their watch. Everyone, when you wake up, you are at full health. You didn't spend any hit dice, but if you had, they'd be reset. Durgent, your lay on hands are reset. Grotbox, you have all your spell slots for the day.
Oh yeah.
So, everyone wakes up. The sky has gone from a dark, almost blood red to sort of pale orange color as you wake up.
I rub my eyes. Wonderful.
Durgent uncurls from his cat sleeping position.
Oh, dang it! Ah!
What?
I should have taken the chance while everyone was asleep. I could have set out my hunting trap. I should have done that. Oh well.
Also, Lily, I'm going to put a Dana onto myself. Would I have had to roll to make sure that I put everything back the way it was?
I'll say that would have counted for your sleight of hand check.
Okay.
So, yeah, everyone's
Lily
awake.
is merciful.
Yeah. So what do you all do now?
Well, I'm going to pack up my bedroll and make sure everything's back in my bag, and I'm going to take out my staff as like a walking stick. Well, where do we venture next, friends?
Good question.
Perhaps we wander.
This depends where. I mean, we have a multitude of directions, north, south, east, west, and everything in between. It's the first time we've seen the outdoors. First time we've been out of these ravenous caves and tunnels. My father's always told me about stories that have been passed on to him from generations to generations about the wonders of the wilderness. Now I'm seeing that it's turned to ash. I would like to add a new chapter to the book about our little journeys and hope to pass them on to children of others.
This is actually very close to how I expected things to be.
So,
I love how
I have an
Timble's
idea.
I love how Timble's a windbag.
I have an idea. We take the staff and we spin it. We toss it into the air, whichever direction it lands, we head that way.
Sounds like an idea.
Whose staff though?
Mine. And I toss him the staff. Toss him on my staff. I toss him the staff that was on the side of my bag. So you toss it up in a spinning motion. The fat end, whichever the fat end faces, is the way that will go.
I turn
Let's
around
face
and
it,
throw it up.
Let's face it, a tree, please.
I'm going to throw it in
dream.
the air. Can I roll this dexterity?
I was just gonna roll randomly to see what direction you go in.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
It points off, actually, towards, if you guys remember where you came from yesterday.
We'll walk past where we came from, continuing in that direction.
Well, actually, when you guys get back to where the platform was, You do see that there was a path.
Follow path.
I do say so.
Sounds like an idea.
Path follow.
Follow
And-
path.
All right, so you're following the path,
Pathfinding.
which is
Oh
actually
yes, I'll be using my staff as the kind of like just kind of like using it to help me walk a little
Alright.
bit. Maybe gain some distance, like every now and then, kind of use it to bounce myself forward, to bound myself forward a little further, because Timble's kind of excited about this punishment of his to go
this
out
whole new world
into the
that's
world.
opened up.
Yes, because that's probably one of his ideals, I think.
I
Uh,
would
num-
take the
Yeah, it's
tail
the
end
ideal.
of the group.
All right, so everyone's walking order is Timble taking point, or
Well, yes, why not? Timble take him forward because he's ready for adventure.
all right. So
Durgent second.
So Timble, Durgent, Grotbox, and Nar.
Yep. Actually, after about half an hour of walking, now would walk up to Durgent. Maybe the two of us should go in the back. Better to overlook the entire group.
Durgent nods. Slows his pace so Grotbox can walk ahead.
I walk ahead.
All right, so as you guys are walking, you actually it sort of slopes down, so you're actually where you were transported to was on top of a mountain. And as you're walking down, you find at the bottom there's a fork in the road, and one of the there's a sign pointing there's sorry, I'm bad at words. There's a sign pointing to the left that says Renell. It's an old faded sign.
Timble would use his staff to help him get up and dust off the little signs and make it legible.
Yep. It says Renell. It's pointing off to the left. There seems to have been a sign pointing off to the right, but it kind of snapped off.
I want to look whether I can find that sign that snapped off.
Alright. Give me a investigation. That's how Renell is spelled, by the way. Yeah, you do manage to find it. While you examine it, the sign, it looks like it was chopped off. Like it's definitely wasn't blown off or ripped off. It looks like it was consciously chopped off.
What does it
What does
say?
it say?
It just says damn. That kind of damn, not.
Guess this. Can I go ahead and tug on? I want to tug on the shirt. I want to tug on the shirt and kind of ask, kind of like, "Hey, can I see it too?"
I nod and give it to you.
Dad.
Looks like someone chopped it off, so we have the choice between going somewhere where people want us to go and going somewhere where people don't want us to go.
Well, assuming that there was once a dam on that one side, I would assume that the fact that it's been chopped off means that there's no more dam. So, which also means that there was a village that has probably gone extinct by now or something. Probably the idea that they ran out of drinking water.
That might be.
Perhaps there's free supplies.
How old does the sign look?
It's. Give me another investigation check. Anyone can give me an investigation check to look at the sign.
All right then, will do since.
Durgent knows nothing.
How's this symbol?
Grotbox?
Like, how long ago does it look like it has been chopped off?
Looks like definitely a few years at this point.
Even if we find free supplies, and I make quotes with my fingers, I would not want to eat them.
supplies are more than just food.
And most things wither away, even if they aren't food, so
Maybe
I would
this. Wait, I'm sorry.
I would assume we'd have a better chance of finding useful things in Renell.
Who knows? There probably are some. Who knows? For some sort of miraculous reason, there'll be surface, and maybe there'll be people that we can talk to, ask for information around, see what there is, see what's happened to this place that we've once forgotten about.
This is not Forgotten Realms.
So which way are you headed?
Renell,
I just made a suggestion. Everybody else can vote differently.
Oh, Timbo definitely wants to go to Renell. He wants to see new faces, if there are
Goblin
any.
faces? I
It is-
assume that as the goblins have survived this long being up here, from what I've heard, they ransack and pillage and live in old human towns.
That could also be a fair point. Don't want to see some unfriendly faces. That's also something we should avoid.
How do they know which way the goblin ran?
The goblin ran in the opposite direction. Like the way that
Without?
you guys had gone. No, like when you were at the pond, the way that he ran the opposite direction of the path that you guys had found.
Shall we take the flip of a coin?
if Renell is populated, what would we like? Do we have enough money to purchase goods?
Should
That's the
be enough
thing,
for
is
some supplies.
Well, I mean, back down to... So, assume that they've kept our money inside of our things.
They have.
So, I'm going to go... For my... I have 160 gold pieces.
That
What?
should be more than enough.
Well, then again, I'm not spending it all on you guys. I mean, you guys could probably offer... If you have any, that is.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
I just
have
love how
4.
blunt that is. I love just how
I have-
blunt that. Well, I'm not spending it all on you guys.
I have 14 gold pieces, 1 silver piece, and 8 copper pieces.
I have 9
I have-
copper pieces, 7 silver pieces, and 4 gold pieces.
I have not put down my gold yet. I'm going to do that now because I had 100. I just need to remove the sickle and staff.
Am I the only one who
And
made sure that I have good equipment? Oh no, Durgent has good equipment too.
Yeah, I have 4 gold pieces as a result of that.
So
I
have
mean,
you
my
guys,
rations were tasty apparently to you people, so...
So have you guys
I want to
decided
say
where
that my
you're going?
supplies... Well, Renell seems, well, in my opinion, I see that Renell is the only place where we could probably see some form of life that we could probably talk to. So, Renell's on my vote.
Same.
Okay,
Well,
that's
it is
2 Renell.
then.
Can I try to find out who is the most perceptive at daytime? Because I'm probably not.
Yeah, you have a negative on all perception checks.
Yeah.
I have
I
a
am
2 on
making
perception.
I'll let you make an
He
insight
is.
roll. No, actually, you could just tell. Everyone, what's your perception bonus?
Mine's
0.
up. Perception for me is 2.
So my
My
suggestion
perception-
for
Yeah, I have 0.
My perception my suggestion for formation would be Timble in the front, then Grotbox, and then Dirgent and me in the back.
Like we
Basically
did.
what
Sure, we're not going
Yeah.
by order of height.
basically what we were doing already.
Are you guys going in the staircase formation?
What?
Order of
Is
height.
it going from shortest to tallest?
If it's shortest to tallest, Dirgent is in the back.
If it was
How
shortest
tall is Grotbox?
I said 6'2".
No, then it's not the staircase formation.
Wow, you're tiny for an elf.
Yes, because I'm not an adult yet.
Yeah, but you're like late teens. Just
Oh,
I want
can
to
I-
grow a couple of inches still.
You're a late bloomer.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Late bloomer.
I've been beaten and probably also starved for a part of my youth, so
Grobbox could have told you we're a late bloomer earlier. Okay. Timbo, what are you doing?
Oh, I was gonna say, as we're going on the path, Timble is trying to hum a little tune that he was taught from his father.
Alright. So everyone's
That's
walking. Timble's humming a nice little song.
Yep, and I have my hand resting on my rapier just in case.
Alright.
Dirgent
I'm using
is
my-
just carrying his great axe.
I'm going to probably carry my sickle and try and find some herbs if there are any.
give me-
Investigation or perception?
Give me a nature
Investigation,
check.
I'd say.
Nature check.
Nature check. Perfect.
Also,
Even better.
guys, if I'm becoming too dominant in the game, just hit me. Just hit my character. That's fine.
21. Yeah,
I
you
can
do
that
manage.
with you, Ken.
You do manage to find some useful herbs.
Wonderful.
All right, so you guys walk for about an hour, and you do eventually, after about 20 minutes of walking, you feel the path under you even out, so you're not on the mountain anymore. You don't feel, and eventually the sort of trees start to sort of fade away. You're not surrounded by trees anymore. There's still a few trees, but it's not like they don't like form a wall like they did on the mountain. And after you followed the trail for an hour or two, probably around 2 hours, you come across what looks like a ramshackle barricade, sort of. It's made out of bits of wood and rusted metal. And the pathway that you're on leads through the barricade, like the barricade was built around it. You can also vaguely make out on the other side of the barricade what looks to be a small village. So this seems to be almost a gateway. Although
Are there any smokestacks coming from the village?
Not the, like, chimneys or whatever?
Yeah, like chimneys, like with like active, like smoke coming out.
Because,
of
I mean, they don't have natural lighting. Or they don't have light bulbs or anything.
Yeah, you can see a bit of smoke coming up from it.
Can I check the barricades?
Well,
to
actually, I
see-
wasn't done, because sitting behind the barricade is who appears to be a young human in his teenage years, dressed in leather armor. And as he sees you approach, he sort of grabs at the short bow on his back. Who goes there?
Well, I guess I'll be able to speak to someone from the party. I'll go ahead and go. And again, I don't know who has. Oh crap! All right, this is gonna be fun.
Timble
Yeah.
is the leader of the team, apparently.
Well, he was in front. If anyone wants to take over and please, if
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something loud.
Yours was made of
I
one.
can absolutely step up.
Yeah, someone wants
No.
to take over.
I
Someone.
have some good persuasion.
Okay, if you have good persuasion, be my guest. So you can take me. I'm only like 3'8". You can step ahead of me faster.
Your
wanna speak up.
charisma is 6.
My
Temple.
charisma is 16, so
Oh yeah, mine's a 6 minus 2, so yeah, please go for it.
I
Symbol
step,
is a fitting leader.
Can't speak his
I
mind.
step up, putting up a friendly smile. Just a group of wanderers.
You're not with those bandits, are you?
Bandits?
We get a
Are
lot of
you,
them around here.
are you having a problem?
None more so than usual, but he's sort of size. I guess I could trust you. He sort of raises his bow kind of unconvincingly. I got my eye on you.
Don't worry. We are just here to purchase some supplies, then we will go away. Can I roll persuasion?
Sure.
Do you?
Because I'm not trying to deceive him.
Yeah.
Oh, natural one.
Crit fail.
He sort of
Oh no.
gives you a sideways look, and
Wouldn't that be the moment that he shoots me because I look so suspicious now? Like I just
Botches
rolled a
deserve no
natural
mercy.
one.
he looks to the side. One of you stays in the prison. Security measure.
Sure.
Durgent steps up.
Video, are you sure about this? I mean, I don't mind going in prison if I have to. I mean, what's another sentence? What's another prison be like? Be pretty interesting for me.
He kind of the human kind of has a look at his face like, yeah, I'd like it if the 3'4" guy went instead of the lizard.
Okay, so if I put my stuff in prison, can I know I'm gonna go talk to the boy and say, if I keep my stuff in prison, can it be safe and secure, please?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Fun.
I'm surprised he doesn't want the huge hulking dragon man in prison where
Oh!
Nice.
Oh god, the person with the +6 rolled a natural 1, and the person with the -2 rolled a nat 20.
I have a +5.
Oh, for some reason, that looked like a 6.
It says 6. That's the additional point.
Okay. It looked like a 6 to me. He says, yes, of course. This is just a temporary thing, just to make sure that you and your friends don't get up to any trouble.
I'm
I understand.
surprised he doesn't want the one evil aligned person in prison. Well, by race evil aligned.
But
Nobody
then again,
knows that.
Then again, he's only 17. He's probably thinking, all right, which one of these looks the weakest? Oh, I
Yeah.
can take the small man. Small man would be easy to contain. Just put him into
Fair
like a pet
point.
carriage.
Let me see. Who do I want? The decently armed drow elf? The 7-foot-tall lizard? Or the 3'4" guy who walks with a cane?
I mean, I would take the 7-foot-tall lizard simply because if these guys are evil and they decide to go on the rampage, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't want the biggest guy free.
Yeah, but if they go on a rampage,
But
you're
this
gonna
is
have
just
to
a
make sure the
17-year-old.
lizard guy
This-
doesn't get out.
This is do we know how old this guy is? Is
He's
this a
definitely
young?
a teenager. On the younger
Alright,
side.
so yeah. Alright, so he's just like a very young soldier. So I mean,
But he does-
inexperienced too.
He does grab Timbal and starts leading him off towards another building.
Just come visit me when you guys are ready to leave.
We
And I'm just
I rub the bridge of my nose and look at Durgent and Grotbox. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I tried the diplomatic route.
Alright, so is everyone,
I'll allow it.
is everyone headed into town?
well, I'm just following the soldier. That's all I'm doing.
I guess so.
Yeah, we need supplies.
Alright, so...
Oh dang it! Oh man,
Durgent
it's not really
looks
like how I do
around.
games.
So...
Sees for any stores.
I know this part's kind of becoming a running joke in my games, but this really is sort of it's a very small village. The streets are... They are very there's like 5 buildings in it. They could barely be called the buildings, and most of the people that you see are kind of just shuffling around.
I'm having a serious case
Rather
of deja
sickly.
vu.
Yes, I know. I do dilapidated villages a lot.
Deja Deadlands.
Yeah, and Call of
Deja
Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah. Dada's characters have daddy issues. My villages are all dilapidated.
Hey, not all of my characters have daddy issues. Shannon is perfectly fine.
For now.
The
And
heroin
don't you have a
addict is
character with
perfectly
mommy
fine.
issues?
Yes, I have a character with severe mommy issues.
Alright, so, yeah, this really run-down, dilapidated town. Kind of a piece of garbage. And, Timbo
There's
is-
also bandits hassling this town, too.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So,
At least
I
we
mean,
know
hey,
what the
it's
layout
better
is.
than-
This
it's
time we
better
don't
than
have to worry about Timble setting fire to a tavern.
yeah. And hey, it's better than what the random village in Call of Cthulhu was being harassed by.
Yes.
Cultists. Fun.
So you guys, Timble is led into, kind of looks like a combination of a prison and an office. There's only one big cell. But you do also see, as you're led into the cell, you do see, 2 gentlemen, rather unusual gentlemen, sitting behind a desk in the office part. There's a halfling and what appears to be an elf.
Oh, wonderful.
What?
I would assume that an elf would maybe know what I am.
So the halfling is sort of dressed in was probably a really great suit at one. It's this bright, extravagant blue suit, but it's kind of just the remains of it. And he has this nice blonde hair that's in kind of a frayed ponytail. The elf is unlike any elf you have ever seen before. He's almost like built like Durgent. He's massive, well built. He almost looks more like an orc than an elf.
I was thinking about a fat elf, to be honest, when you said he was something different.
Oh,
I was thinking of beast.
yeah, he's a big,
Like-
swole elf.
He's a buff cake.
He's a
Buff
yeah,
beef cake.
he's a beefcake basically. He's also not wearing.
Durgent's rival.
He's also not wearing a shirt. So
Oh, I want to see an arm wrestle. I want to see arm wrestling in a tavern.
they don't seem to pay you any mind. You can hear them, sort of having a conversation in a language you don't recognize.
Of course, because I don't know any of those languages. I know.
I know Common and Draconic. I speak Dragon.
Roar. No.
Ah! I speak dragon. Ah!
I assume I assume the dragon language would be very, very guttural.
Very.
A lot of grunts and snarls.
And well, it makes the orc language look like the elf language. Which I always want to refer to the elf language as Spirithial, but that's Shadowrun. It's like how I want to always call the orc language Ortset.
The elf language can be known as gay for all I care.
Nice.
The elf language can be French.
Yes. Yes.
So
Could you
yeah.
Please stop.
So yeah. Timble, you're sort of just sitting there listening to these 2 men have a rather agitated conversation. The rest of you, meanwhile, are currently trying to find people to sell your gear to.
We don't want to sell anything, we want to buy stuff.
Oh, buy stuff? Alright, after
Oh,
check...
Where do I put my languages? Because
Bottom left, other proficiencies in languages.
because I am proficient in Elvish.
Yep, Elvish and Common. And the thieves can't.
What attribute does that go with?
Language.
Okay. Yeah, now I see what you...
Alright, so you guys managed to find a general store. It's manned by, it looks like almost like a very ghostly pale woman. Dude, she's probably about as old as the guard you saw earlier. How can I help you?
Good day, my lady. My friends and I want to buy some supplies.
Okay. And she sort of gestures to a wall just of stuff. You can have a look.
Can I have an insight to see to maybe see why she's so nervous?
Yeah.
I mean,
Those
there's
are
a
different.
7 foot tall dragon man.
Well, on inspection, she doesn't seem all that nervous. She does seem almost deathly sick, though. She's very pale. Her voice is very raspy and dry.
Can I heal that?
I will definitely point it out to Durgent.
Durgent, you would know that you can't really... From the sounds of it, it sounds like she's dehydrated, and you can't really heal dehydration.
Holy water.
We can give her water. We
Yeah.
have water.
Yeah. I may not be able to heal.
I
I
see
may
where
not be
this
able
is
to-
going.
I may not be able to heal dehydration with my magic, but I can heal it with water.
Water
Can you
skin.
imagine if people did that in real life? You walk into a store, the cashier's laryngitis, and you just grab her, just like,
Pat
be
you on the
healed!
back.
Be healed!
I
How you feeling now,
help
buddy?
Durgent,
Pat,
but
Pat.
now I'm going to let him do what he wishes to do.
Alright, so, Durgent, what are you doing?
Durgent's gonna walk up to the lady. You look thirsty. Do you need a drink?
You guys are all disgusting.
That
Yeah.
sounded so wrong.
She looks up at you. I would like one, but... Water's so rare down here. Any that isn't
He,
tainted, anyway.
Durgent offers the water.
She tries to... She'll, like, put her hand on it, and she'll look at you just like, is this okay?
He nods.
She takes it and just kind of starts chugging on it. There's, like, parts that isn't even getting in her mouth. There's just some running down her chin. Thank you. And once she's done drinking, she hands it back to you. It's about half full. She managed to have the
All right.
self-control not to drink it all.
An optimist.
Shut up, Temple. You're in jail. Thank you. And she's sort of wiping the water off her mouth because she's very wet right now. Guys, come on.
Be
trying-
mature.
I'm trying to run a nice, innocent D&D game here.
All right.
Yeah, it is
Sexual
a
joke
D&D
number
game,
1
lads.
can be overlooked, but sexual joke number 2, no.
That wasn't on purpose.
What do you
I swear.
mean?
I
We were
promise
talking
that
about
was on
freaking
purpose.
Dragon's Tail for the beginning. I don't know why it's now becoming a problem.
Unintentional sexual joke.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, what are you guys doing?
Well, I would still wait for her to show us the wares she has.
What is on sale?
There just seems to be a few old swords, a few bedrolls, actually. And about a week's worth of rations.
Sorry, I'm laughing at something else.
Sure you are.
I would ask her how much the rations are.
That's a good question. And then she pulls out a book that says in all caps "Player's Handbook" and starts going. I'm kidding. She doesn't do that.
Wait, are we in a game?
Wait, are we in the video game?
Plus, you can also go back to it by pressing plus. Wait,
Wait,
are we in a video game?
Are we in the video game? Let me do the math.
Use
whole-
was to move.
It's
Press B to jump.
5 silver for each day's worth.
I sigh. I'm going to buy all of them.
She nods.
Can I try haggling?
I mean, I did offer her like life-saving water.
Exactly. Considering the help my companion here gave, can we do something about the price?
Give me
Persuasion check?
persuasion at advantage.
I have a +5 in persuasion.
You rolled a
How is this happening?
Maybe you should start going for your lower rolls, and maybe you'll get.
Can Durgent give a try?
For any listeners, I rolled a 3 and a 4.
without her.
Can Durgent give it a try?
Yeah, Durgent just walks up and is like, "Come on."
Like his little lizard eyes just start getting little. His pupils get a little bigger.
Yeah.
His
At
lip is like
advantage?
kind of like.
Yes, at advantage.
Watch, it's worse.
No better.
You jinxed him.
3 and a 5.
Okay. So for everyone, Flurbo said, "Watch it be worse." It was.
Both of us rolled at advantage, and the best we could get was a 9.
With a +5.
Wait, I want to see if I could. No, I just want to roll. I
Yeah,
just want to
just
roll
for fun?
just to see what it is. I just want to see what it is.
I rolled
I'm
a
curious.
1 and a middle finger. That's weird. Yes, still the
I just
highest you
got
could get
curious.
was a 9.
I got curious
Alright.
if
so
everyone.
She. Good lord.
Drop
All
box,
my-
drop box, please save the day.
Oh my god, -1!
Did Grotbox actually try and help, or was that just to see?
Yes, he did actually try and help. He said, listen,
Wingardium Leviosa!
listen here, my friend and I are all dire
Tired.
need. We did not bring any things
Supplies?
with us, any supplies from our home. We will need just a little bit of a price drop. Please.
Well,
1 penny.
I could drop it to 3 silver pieces. Yeah, price drop from 5 silver to 3 gold. Good job, me. I can drop it to 3 gold each, but that's as low as I can go.
So
So,
3
silver,
silver
huh?
each, actually.
3 silver each. Dang it.
Well, I just got back and I didn't know that, so
I can pitch in.
I know, I nod and say that's acceptable.
Are you
how
from-
much gold do I have?
More than us.
Yeah,
Way more.
that's what I thought. I thought I had like 76 or something.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I'll buy
I
the
should
store
mention,
from you, so
It's
that's
only It's only 7 days worth of rations for one person.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll buy as many rations as I can, as well as a water container for both me and whichever person didn't get one. Who didn't?
I think you were the only one.
Yeah.
I was the only one.
So
Beauty!
the final price comes out to 23 silver pieces for everything.
So 2 gold and 3 silver.
Sure. I still don't know the conversions. I should create a handout for in Roll20 for that. Are you
I
from
am
the
going to
mountain?
grab food real quick.
Are you off in the mountain? We get a
Why
lot of
not?
people coming from the mountain. Most of us here are, at least our parents are, from the mountain. What's it like under there?
It could
Miserable.
be better.
Oh. And you notice she clearly looks very disappointed. Okay. I mean, it's not
Dang
like
it,
I
if only
could...
Timble was there to actually give his insight. Dang it. Timble was like the guy's like, oh, it's a pretty decent place actually. Like try to like uplift it a little bit more than what it is, but then like tell them how great the outdoors are and how have they been. I don't know. But no, he's in
You don't
jail.
get to see the sun as much. And in my opinion, the government is corrupt.
It's run by tiny people.
Tiny people with
That's
big egos.
racist.
I want to make a Dragonborn kingdom so I can say the government's run by lizard people. There's lizard people. They're turning the owl bears gay.
Oh!
Oh god. I need to make an NPC with Alex Jones's voice. At some point.
Yes! Yes!
I can't do an Alex Jones impression, but I will try.
The next goblin.
Hey!
Goblin Jones.
You killed my chief! I don't like it! Okay,
So, while we're still in there, I will actually try to get in a bit of conversation. So, you're saying that the water around here is tainted.
Yeah. That's... People have been drinking from the water and they've been getting sick. We've had a few of them die. It's been like this for weeks now.
And you have issues with bandits as well, right?
Well, no more than the average village around here gets. Oh, I forgot you're new. We do occasionally get some issues with bandits, but the condors are usually enough to fight them off. The condors and the sheriff.
I know it. We could maybe try to look into that problem with the water.
Can I see who, since I'm in
I'm
prison,
back.
can I see who the sheriff is?
Welcome back.
You wouldn't
Can
know.
I see which one would be more sheriff worthy, the halfling or the elf?
What a mess.
Well, considering that one of them is
Um,
6 feet tall and ripped, you could probably assume he's something of a sheriff.
I offered that we could look into why the water has been tainted for the last few weeks.
Well, Mayor Holfast hasn't really told us much about it. He's just warned us not to drink the water. I suppose
Yeah, but if you don't drink at all, you will die too.
Yes. You could talk to him, but he's been very busy lately. I don't know many details. I've just been told not to drink the water.
Well, if you have a container, I could give you some more from my water skin.
Thank you.
Won't-
She
It
her
won't
eyes
carry you for a long time, but
her eyes are like glowing at this point. Thank you. I'll grab one. And she sort of runs into what seems to be a back room. A few seconds later, she runs out with a water skin. And she holds it
I'm
out
so
like
happy that everyone's being so happy and kind.
yeah, she holds it out just like a child to you.
I take the water skin from her and I would give her about half of what I have.
She takes it. Thank you. And she downs that whole thing in a few seconds.
I look at her, give her a few good looks, and I put the a little bit of gold on her desk or whatever, and wherever she can see it. And I say, I think we owe you this for telling us that.
How much gold?
3 pieces.
All right.
Actually, what Flervo wrote there isn't that bad of an idea. There's a pond about a few hours from here that has at least drinkable water. It isn't a long-term solution, but maybe one of us could lead you there and it would carry your village until the actual problem can be solved.
You should tell Sheriff Holdfast. I'm just a shopkeeper. I don't really deal with matters like that.
Fair. Well, thank you for the nice talk.
You're welcome. Thank you for the water.
I give her a smile before I go. Before I leave.
That's one creepy smile.
Come on! I have a charisma of 16.
I am. What's mine? 6. I am not a people person.
The motto of this town is "The thirst is real."
That's
The
also
motto
my
of Brockbox is "The thirst is real." It's just in a different way.
Dude, he
Well,
wants that
after
bearded
we've
dragon.
left the shop, or are the other two staying in? Are you following me outside, or?
Outside, yes.
Urgent wood.
So, what do you think? We could try to solve the problem here. It's not like we have a lot to do, and
I believe we should.
yeah.
But we have to hear the full story before we can.
Oh, of course.
Let's go to the mayor, wherever he is.
How about we split up? One goes to the sheriff, and 2 go to the mayor.
This I would recommend. I and Dragon shall go to the mayor or the sheriff. Your choice, Nar. Nar.
Well, which would you prefer?
Urgent shrugs.
Actually, Durgent seems like the most upstanding of us, if I may say so, so he should probably go to the sheriff.
I'm going with Durgent. Thank you. Thank you for leading the conversation there, Nar. We appreciate it.
So what am I telling the sheriff again?
You and Grotbox go to the sheriff, and I go to the mayor.
What?
About the pond, so the villagers can get some water until the problem is fixed.
Alright, I'm just going to let you guys know that after looking, you would find both the sheriff and or who you presume to be the sheriff and mayor in the same place.
Ah, wonderful!
Yeah.
So we basically meet in front of the prison again.
Hello, guys. You done shopping?
Fancy seeing you here.
And then
Right.
Timber would stick his head as far as he can. All right, guys. You done shopping?
Alright, so you guys
Yes,
are in there?
but there's other things that need addressing.
So you two also see the halfling and elf I mentioned earlier. And they look up as they hear you talking. The elf sort of just has this look of he is tired in his eyes.
I'm going to roll an insight
Okay.
just to get an idea about the two people here.
So you can definitely tell that neither of these men are particularly happy. Neither look like they have slept in a while either. I don't get it.
I'm succeeding at almost every roll, but anytime I try persuasion, I come up with nothing.
With your plus what charisma?
I have a +3 from charisma and a +2 because I'm proficient in persuasion.
So
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
but yeah, both these men look rather agitated. And the halfling says, "Aye, what do you want?"
We want to help you, Tom.
Wait, we're what? We're helping? Oh, joyous! First heroic story to tell my children, and those children upon them's.
So, I heard about our little water problem.
Yes.
Right. How much have you heard?
That the water has been tainted and that people that drank it died.
Aye. It's been like this for probably a month now. It started off we could get some clean water, but now there are lots. Now there are a lot of it's tainted. We think it might be something to do with the dam we have set up, but I mean, he sort of gestures to the elf beside him. Vanoli is one of the 3 guards we have here. We can't exactly afford to send a party out.
Oh yeah, of course. My friends and I, we've found a pond with relatively clean water, not too far from here. That would probably carry you for at least a few days, and
I know.
and we could try looking into what's tainting the water.
I'd appreciate that. Do you need? I can give you directions to the dam. And he grabs a rather crinkled up map and hands it to you. There's a little path drawn from the town to where apparently the dam is. It doesn't follow
Could we take this until we've returned?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you.
Might as well. Can I tag along as well?
He Timble, he sort of gives you a look like he'd never noticed you before. Did we arrest a gnome? The elf just kind of shrugs. Doesn't say
I
anything.
have a chuckle. Your guards insisted that one of us for security reasons.
Yes, a young lad. Charming fellow he is too.
tucked away.
The mayor, who you would recommend, is this Holdfast you've heard about. Leans forward, just kind of massages his temples a bit. And he looks up at the elf. Get those boys of yours in check. And the elf just nods and walks out. My apologies. Tensions are high.
Well, it's fine. No worries about it.
And the elf does unlock the cell before he leaves.
Thank you, kind sir.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. I'm Holdfast Cotton. I'm the mayor of this town.
Nice to meet you, man. And then Tumble will give him a nice firm handshake.
He'll shake it.
Tumble's gonna go ahead and get his stuff too, along with his walking staff.
I really appreciate you doing this for us all. I promise you, we're not exactly the biggest town, but you'll get a reward when you get back, I promise. Thank you. And he nods happily. And I think that's where we'll end it tonight, because I am tired.
Yeah, sounds like an idea.
Alright, so
Alright.
thank you guys so
Kinda
much for
happened
watching this
before.
video. Don't forget to catch the first episode of Deadlands The Family Jewels tomorrow at high noon. But as usual, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget there's a button for that. Be sure to subscribe to our individual channels and just subscribe to this channel in general. As always, we will see you lovely people later.